Okay, so 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Is it 6 p.m.? I believe it's 6 p.m., right? 6 p.m. on Saturday. I'm at a convention right now, okay? I got a bunch of shit everywhere. I have to go to my car and sit and watch this fucking episode because I got spoiled on like one or two things and I can't. I have to go right now and sit in my car and go watch this shit. Let's go. I never, for the rest of my fucking life, I never want to hear about people hating on Miss Inoue, Orihime, ever again. I never want to hear any garbage opinion ever again from disgusting garbage Ichiruki freaks. They're not fans, they're freaks. And Orihime haters ever again. This was the first time that I hysterically cried in Bleach. The first time. Hysterically crying. I might still be crying. I have no fucking idea, bro. The amount of she's a top 5 character and easily top 5 strongest females in all of Bleach. Period. Did you the best I don't give a fuck what anybody says. The best developed fucking character in the entirety of Bleach, period. Vastly more developed character development, vastly more than Rukia, vastly more than Byakuya, vastly more than all the captains fucking put together in this fucking show, in this series. And even better character developed than Ichigo himself. She's the best fucking developed character, bar none, and top 5 strongest females of the series. That fight and what she was, and how she was going in was fucking crazy. It was psychotic. Immediately healing Ichigo, immediately at every fucking turn. Like, Kubo in the manga already did justice to Orihime's character, period, already in Blood War. This went up like 100-fold just this fucking episode, bro. And I'm not even talking about the whole thing with Uryu and Hashful. That was awesome. Like, Uryu at the end finding out, like, exactly the time frame that he, that Hashful, like, uses the All Might Stone. Incredible. And then using that glove again, which was awesome. It was fantastic. But the fact that Orihime constantly getting stabbed, impaled dozens of times from Yhwach himself, and is instantaneously healing herself, reversing time, rejecting his power, and immediately healing herself at least a dozen times or 24 times, all while also healing Ichigo at the same time. And I'm not even talking about like Ichigo's true Bankai or full holified form with the fucking chains, the chains of hell. It's like he's commanding the chains of hell now. And then his Zanpakuto, his Zangetsu, what it looks like, bro. Ichigo didn't even go full Bankai at all. But that's like Bankai. And then the fight was fucking psychotic. Seeing all those different Ichigos, which I think, like, I immediately think that what those things are, I think that's his Bankai's ability or something. He's able to take basically those Ichigos. I think it's something like, you know how like Yhwach is able to see like the future and all the different future and stuff. I think Ichigo's Bankai, his true full holified self, with this Bankai, is able to take those Ichigos from those futures and is able to use them or utilize them with him. So it's like, it's basically Limbo, and it's vastly more psychotically insane than Madara from Naruto, when he was able to use like Limbo and stuff, these beings or whatever. And because like Yhwach was able to see those beings, like after he was fighting and stuff, and then just Ichigo walking in that full form with those red chains and shit. Bro, look at this. Look at this. I can't, like, all of it was anime only. And I fully holified Bankai Ichigo. And we know the name of it now, which is, I'm going to show right here, because I can't really think of it right now, but I think I saw it on Instagram or something, of what that holified form is, like, properly named. Like, we saw Demi holified Ichigo, which was the horn that a lot of fans called it Horn of Salvation because of, like, the chapter that it came out of and everything. Like, they called it that. Which technically technically we just named it that, the fans, because of Horn of Salvation being the chapter name. But it's called Demi holified Ichigo because he's half holified. What's full holification Ichigo? That's not the Vasta Lord Ichigo. That's not it. So of course he would have a full holified Ichigo. And seeing that, and then him using Getsuga Tensho, the strongest Getsuga that we've ever seen in the series, makes a crescent moon that is exactly what the name is. Getsuga Tensho, like the crimson, like piercing moon, like, oh my gosh. And the scene where he goes full hollow, or full holified like Bankai, when fucking Yhwach is looking at the sky and the red, the moon, looking at the moon and the red, and then Ichigo comes. Bro, and then after that, whoever directed this episode, animation director of the episode, cinematography, the sound choices, when Ichigo's going is full holified Bankai and whatever, when he's moving, like, he doesn't, like, notice, like Yhwach doesn't notice, like, Ichigo when he goes, like, extremely fast and stuff, because it's Sonito. Sonito is the Hollows ability. The Hollows in the series that are like flash step and the Quincy's ability of moving fast. It's the ability that a hollow has of moving fast, just like how flash step is for Soul Reapers, and then the Fullbringers have their own green spark step, and the Quincy's have their own too. That's why he couldn't see Ichigo, because there's a specific thing that Kubo talks about, that when Sonido is being used by hollows, their entire being is like, he states that basically their entire being, when they use Sonido, is their whole like spiritual pressure and their physical body and everything is basically atomized for a split second, meaning their entire being literally disappears for like a split second and stuff. And that's also a reason why Yhwach couldn't like do anything like for the time being, but he started to acclimate to what was going on with Ichigo, being that like he was able to like predict, like, see now where all of these different Ichigos, hollowified Ichigos are and stuff. When he got slashed twice, that shit was crazy. When he got slashed twice and stuff. But that shit was incredible. And then like his team up with Rukia, awesome. I don't give a shit. I like Rukia, but fuck her fans. Genuinely fuck those Orihime haters and those disgusting Ichiruki freaks that started crawling out of their fucking caves again in the fandom. Like, they can literally go fuck themselves. Literally one of, if not the greatest Bleach episode ever, and it's not even because of Ichigo to me at all. My favorite girl was always Orihime. Loved her always from day one. But this easily solidifies her at this episode. And then again, this is anime only shit. This episode, I did watch episode 4 of part 4, but I couldn't make the video fast enough. So I'm just first of all, that one was amazing as well, with Gerard Valkyrie and Byakuya and Hitsugaya and Kenpachi and stuff, him going complete Bankai, it's just incredible. Always been 44 is fantastic. This episode, I don't like. With Orihime, when Ichigo started getting clapped by not straight up clapped by Yhwach, but when we're seeing that Yhwach himself is being able to is starting to keep up with Ichigo and stuff, and basically beats him, and then also basically beats Rukia, which Rukia used her Bankai, which I don't think she should have because she just learned it and stuff. It's very dangerous, but that don't matter because Yhwach just threw his sword right through her and then stabbed Ichigo with his fucking, Yhwach himself has a genuine fucking mental problem with killing somebody and stepping on their head. The insane disrespect that Yhwach has for people. He did it with Yamamoto, and now he does this with Ichigo. It's absolutely psychotically insane. And then his all of his monologue being that this isn't the power that makes you strong and stuff. The power to basically subjugate the world and the knees and bring everything to its knees is what actual power is and stuff. And talking smack about Ichigo's power to protect and everything, saying that's that's weak. And bro, listening to all that dialogue and seeing Orihime basically being fuck you mean, and that image, she fucking reversed everything, bro. She reversed everything. I think she reversed it to a point that was to a point back where he didn't. I think he did absorb the Soul King, but not to where he flushed out all that turret of her ability and stuff. But then oh my gosh, and then Ichigo, when he uses Getsuga Tenshu, the strongest one that we've ever seen in the fucking series, the gigantic crescent moon, literally every single fucking person sees it. that's on the other platforms. The Soul King, the palace is in the middle, and it's connected to all the platforms. Everybody can see that giant ass black moon. Like, animation was insane. Like, and then when Orihime is like, starts naming, you see all the blood reversing everywhere, because her blood's fucking everywhere, because fucking Yhwach was just fucking trying to annihilate her, but Orihime is like, nah, my man's is over here trying to get shit done. I'm gonna stand with him. And bro, the blood starts like curdling, and the blood starts curdling and like reversing back to her and back to everybody. Like, she rejected that entire room, bruh. Rukia was dead. Ichigo was dead. Orihime was like, nah, I'm not. This ain't gonna be what you want it to be, boy. And she just, Yhwach himself, he says, Yhwach says, I'm not underestimating you, like Ichigo and stuff. Like, when he was beating Yhwach's ass, that was amazing. He's like, I'm not underestimating you on that. I have to understand you to be able to take your power and stuff like that. Which is kind of a callback to what Yamamoto said about, like, those medals from the very first, from part 1 of Blood War, when he's talking about how, like, oh, you have to understand my ability to take it. That's why you're not taking it. That's like a direct callback to what Yamamoto said. It's what Yhwach was saying. Like, that was wild. But anyways, you get back to the blood's reversing. The ending theme song starts coming on, and I started crying. Like, I immediately starts crying. I couldn't stop. I have not cried this crazy, like shaking and making sounds of like crying and stuff, and I don't know how long. The last time I can even think of that I was crying like that hysterically was probably Avengers Endgame, or actually like even like Violet Evergarden. Like, One Piece makes me cry all the time, like, but to this extent of being like a hysterical crying, I've never experienced it. Like, I don't know. I don't think I've experienced it since, I think, Violet Evergarden. And I think it's because Orihime is one of my favorite female characters ever, period. Orihime is number 3, bar none. Like, she's number 3. Number 2 is, no, you know what? Orihime is number 2. Number 1 is Toka. She's always going to be it. Orihime is number 2. Violet Evergarden is actually number 3. Even though Violet Evergarden is my number 1 favorite series of all time, period. You know what? Violet Evergarden and Orihime are tied for second place. I don't give a shit. Like, again, if you are saying anything about like hating on the Orihime, I don't want your opinion of anything in Bleach, period. Like, at all. She's bar none the best developed character, period, in Bleach, in all of Bleach. I don't give a shit. Again, more than like Kenpachi Zaraki, more than Rukia Kuchiki, more than Byakuya Kuchiki, like more than all of these characters, like even Ichigo. She's a better developed character than Ichigo, bro. Like, and this episode fucking shows it. It was the greatest. It literally was one of the greatest. I'm gonna say the greatest Bleach episode of all time. Period. Nothing comes close. And then there was like a very small detail in the episode where it's a callback to like Ichigo's full hollowified form, when he goes full hollow and everything, there's a detail where it shows a flashback of not the flashback that happened in Hueco Mundo. No. When he was fully hollowified Vassal Lord in Hueco Mundo? No. If you look back, it's literally from the Hellverse movie. It's literally a very like half second or like 1 second, 2 second flashback that shows Ichigo full hollowified Vassal Lord, and it's not from the series in Hueco Mundo. It is from the Hellverse movie. It is from the movie. And then he comes out with his red, like, chains, bro. And then Yhwach starts talking about how, like, his spiritual pressure, the only way that he can describe Ichigo's spiritual pressure, Yhwach himself can only describe the spiritual pressure, is just that it is not of a Soul Reaper's. Very clearly, it's his Bankai, his Zangetsu, I'm pretty sure can utilize hell, like some part of hell itself or something, because those chains are very clearly reminiscent of the Hellverse chains and the Hell Arc chains that are in the movie and in that special one shot. I don't know how else, like, you can describe that. You can't describe that any other way. And Yhwach himself saying that, like, the only way I can describe your power right now is that it's not a Soul Reaper's. Your spiritual pressure is not a Soul Reaper's. And then Orihime, again, going back to Orihime, you gotta go back to Orihime, like, literally the best fucking part of the series, best part about it, of the movie, or the episode. Well, it was a 27-minute movie. That's what this fucking episode was. That she's fully reversing all of the, like, you can see it, reversing all of the blood, naming all of the little spirits from her Santen Keshun, her ability, naming all of them, like Lily and whatnot, instead of naming them all. And it's turning, like using her blood in her ability. And she leans into it. And she launches her ass. She launches her ass to Yhwach himself. Yuhabaha, like, launch, and he tries to kick Ichigo, like, to her to make her, like, Orihime knew what was going on. It seems like Yhwach himself completely underestimated Orihime, because he kicks Ichigo towards her to think that, like, she was going to catch him and try to heal him, and that was going to distract her and stuff. Nah, fam. She came right at you, fully full-powered, like, Santen Keshun, rejecting his ass constantly in the entire episode, and her constantly chanting, I wish I was stronger, wish I wasn't so weak. Girl, you are the strongest, one of the strongest females in the series. Top 5, at the very least top 5. And she comes in, not only just reverses everything that happened to Rukia, which she got impaled immediately when she was in her Bankai, which was insane, reverses everything that happened to Rukia, but then reverses everything that happened to Ichigo, and then, like, completely makes Yhwach disappear. And she disappears along with him, and, like, Sakura petals fall and everything. I'm sweating, and I hope I don't start crying again. Because when that shit happened, I lost my mind. I genuinely lost it. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen next episode. Episode 6, she reversed literally she literally reversed everything in that room, in that vicinity. And Yhwach and her, I don't know where I definitely don't think that she died. Obviously, I mean, the end game is that, you know, they end up being a thing. Ichigo and Orihime. But how it gets to that, because Kubo's not straight up retconning everything or anything. Like, he's not doing that. He's filling in the space between one moment and the next moment. That is what he's doing. The end result, it makes no sense for the end result to not be the same. Like, he literally made a new, like, a Hellverse arc, a chapter. And, like, man, I lost my mind. Well, I don't start crying yet. Orihime, bro. Like, the greatest developed character in Bleach. And there's no best developed character. I'm not saying female character. I'm saying character in general. She's literally the best developed character. Bar none. And I'm going to say it again. More than Ichigo. And Ichigo's literally right below her. And then at the end, bye-bye Kurosaki. And then, like, life to defend you at the episode, bro. Life is to defend you, bro. I can't. I'm gonna go back to the convention, bro. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what's gonna happen next episode. I will say I definitely think that's Ichigo's Bankai, is that he is able to actually take the Ichigo of all of those different futures and utilizes them in his time, like in the present. That's the only way I can explain that. Like, nah, fam, I had to come back on her. Sacrificial. One thing I want to say before I go. Sacrificial love is the strongest power, bro. And Orihime did it, and Yhwach completely underestimated her. Yhwach is literally Orihime haters. Look, completely, entirely. Orihime since day one. Best female character in Bleach. The best female character in Bleach. Top 5 strongest characters in Bleach. The best female. Not the best, the best character in Bleach. Literally. I gotta sleep this with shit. The strongest female main character, bar none, period. Period. Bro, and I keep coming back on here, but, like, also what is up with, like, what happened with Uryu, like, taking, I'm pretty sure with the glove, like, he took, the Almighty, like, away from Hoshville, and that also brings us to the point of when Hoshville was fighting Uryu in the manga, he didn't have the Almighty or anything, he was literally just fighting Uryu with the balance, and now we're probably going to see that now. It's like, here's the thing, he's adding things not to change things. He's adding things to make sense of what the things that he put in the manga, and why the things are the way that they are. That's what he's doing. He's not changing anything. He's just adding in the spaces that made it look like in the manga that they were very much rushed. And he's doing it in the anime, adding things in between of the moments that we saw in the manga, adding in the space between so that they're explained better. That's what he's doing. And the whole thing with Hoshville and Uryu, like, basically taking away the Almighty away from Hoshville, and, like, basically that would be me that Yhwach gets that back or something, and it's just, Bleach is one of the greatest series of all time. I don't even know if I want to continue like doing stuff tonight at the convention. Fuck. I'm gonna leave on this note. Again, I don't want to hear the moment if somebody ever says anything about Orihime, about her being weak, about her being useless, about her not doing anything or whatever, talking shit about her, just being a hater just because, or just being like, oh my god, Ruki is better. No, the fuck, Ruki is not even close in any sense of that word. Like, not even better in her in anything, bro. She's not a single thing that Rukia does is better than Orihime. As much as I like Rukia, I like Rukia a lot. She doesn't come close to Orihime at all. And those Ichigo Rukia stands, those Ichiruki freaks that crawl out of their cave every once in a while that like can't help but like scream and shout like fucking babies, talking about like, oh, Ruki's better than Orihime for Ichigo. No, clearly she's fucking not. You stupid idiot, you dumb motherfucker. Like, I've had enough. Liked anything I had to say? Agree with anything I had to say? Loved the episode? Leave a comment. Like the video. Subscribe. Oh my gosh! And then when Ichigo finally like actually says Bankai, oh gosh, bro, that was a terrifying sounding Bankai. And Ichigo being at the where the moon is, and then being at the crescent moon being right there, where that visual was actual fucking crazy. That's fucking nuts. Anyways, peace and love, and I'll see you guys later with the next review next week. This was a long ass video. I'm not cutting anything out of this. I needed to speak my piece about Orihime and how amazing she is. That's it. Peace and love, and I'll see you guys later with the next video. The next review coming next week. But again, peace out. I'll see you guys later. Bankai. Bro, I can't believe, bro, him screaming Bankai and Getsu, that Bankai that he just did, him going Bankai this episode, stomps all of them, bro. That's crazy. Music top tier and everything. Again. But anyways, see you guys later.